before we get into fixing this V12, I gotta say what I'm about to do is not the right thing to do, but you need to understand where I came from. So, 35 years ago, we pulled, when I was 5 years old, we pulled this Honda Trail 70 out of a dumpster near, I believe it was near Falmouth, Kentucky, not far from where I grew up, and found somebody that was around, and gave him $20 for it. It didn't look much different than it does right now, to be honest, other than I had brand new tires on it I put on a few years ago. We never had much growing up. I mean, I had a fine childhood, but we never had much. We just made stuff out of what we could. And so I remember taking it apart. We made a custom cover for the clutch. We straightened handlebars. We cleaned the carburetor. We just made stuff work. It fouled plugs like nobody's business. I changed them constantly, but I put probably, 10,000 miles on this thing as a kid. And that's just what we did. We just, as my aunt used to say, made silk out of sow's ear. We broke this thing. I remember once a friend of mine twisted the throttle off and put a new end on the throttle cable. Had a screw fall out of the choke plate and get stuck in the intake valve. We bought an $8 valve. I remember it was $8, and put the new valve in and ran it again. And just what I learned from my father mostly is just make what you got work. And so that's what we're going to do on this Lincoln. All right, we're back at it this morning. And did not fix itself overnight by soaking. So we will try to disassemble this. I picked up this guy to help, which should let me clamp onto here. I don't know. We'll figure this out. And pull the keepers out. All right, well, we tried this thing. I don't know. We ended up resorting to a hammer and a socket, and so this is the retainer, and the keepers are up there. You just take this and smack it till it bounces and pops them loose, which it did. Also, good news, in the process, it slid down the stem, so it's not that stuck. I don't know that it matters which way that goes, but we'll keep it. So now we're going to try to clean the stem up and get this Cast iron keeper off. And polish everything. All right. I don't know, just been fiddling with it for less than 15 minutes, coil and working it back and forth. Valve is out. Honestly, it looks really good. So we're gonna polish it. I don't even see any gouges or anything. And guide does too. So yeah, we're going to polish. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. So we could order parts, and we may still end up doing that at some point. I don't know. But for today, so I can get this thing running and seeing what we got, we're gonna put this in a drill. And again, it looks pretty fine to me. We're gonna put it in a drill, and we're gonna take some Scotch-Brite pads. We're gonna put this end in the drill, spin it, rub it, just clean up the shaft till it's good and shiny, and I mean, it's already smooth. Based on all the crud that came out, it was just rusty and got bound up. We're gonna polish this. We're gonna go get a rifle cleaning kit and find a brass brush, put it through just once or twice. I don't want to scuff it. And then we'll take cloths and rub it really good with some oil, polish it up, get it where it fits on nice and smooth, put it back together. Well, I have a milling machine over there. It would work great for this, but I don't feel like messing with it. So this is actually my father's drill and Scotch-Brite. I mean, can't be mad about that. All right, stem cleaned up pretty nice. Now we're gonna try to clean the bore of this out. Step one, it's like a 30 caliber brass wire brush. We're just gonna hit it gently with a little bit of lube. Now we're going to get a cloth tip, run it back and forth. I think it's going to take a few passes. I think this might take a few tries. One reassembled, freed up valve assembly. Now, it drops in, and a horseshoe clip goes in that groove. Everything above that is in the block, and then below is exposed in the galley. I don't know if you all can see, there's a groove in the guide there. You've got to slide something in between the spring, pull this down, so this groove is exposed enough to slide the clip in. There's a tool for that I don't have, so we're going to try to make one. Oh, here's the horseshoe clip. Horseshoe clip. So that'll go in like that, and then that just spring applied is held in. Well, we got to make something to grab that to push down. Starting with this, a $4 Harbor Freight pry tool, and we're going to notch this end out to the size that I need. And I think we can just yoink up enough. The spring's not that tight. Pull up, slide the clip in, and I think we'll be okay. Okay. I think we'll bite enough. It will go in. And I don't know if you can see, it is biting, so we're going to try this. See how it goes. I can't really video it. There's not a room up there to video it, so I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, I think it's going to work, so I'm going to take a quick video before I actually do it. We just ground, actually we had to grind the other end, look like that. And then we have a nut in there to provide a pivot point. And I don't know how much, yeah, there you go. And that'll just slide it down, and hopefully I can get the horseshoe in enough where I can wiggle it. Okay, I think valve's down in the hole. Keeper's in. We're going to roll it over a bunch of times and see what happens. At the risk of this never going back where I put it, we had a lift on the valve that was giving us trouble. Yeah, everything looks good to me. I don't see any other ones showing signs of problems. Probably splash actual motor oil on all the stems. Start putting it back together. That's a beautiful sight. Let's see if we can get you where you can actually see it. Lift. All right, we got the valve fixed and back in. Next time we'll clean up the deck surface, the head surface, and start putting it back together. Thanks for watching.